Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. We're in Hollywood, California, and we're doing a rock roof repair. Now, we have a leak down by the overhang of the edge of the roof line, and we want to get that all fixed up. So the first step that we need to do is we got to spud the rock down to the flood coat surface so we can put our torch down. So let's get a closer look and see what we got to do. So this is the area where the leak is, and we just want to kind of spud the rock down. Hey, welcome back to our roof. Okay, so once again, we want to start to spud down this rock. So we need a flat shovel like this. This is a roofing tear-off shovel, and we want to use this to get the rock spud it down. So let's take a closer look and see how we need to get this done. So we want to take this flat shovel. Okay, that's not bad. We're getting a good start on this. I think you get the idea of what we need to do to get the prep work done so we can start installing our torch down. So we're gonna get the rest of that rock roof repair area spudded down so we can start installing our smooth torch material. So let's take a closer look and see what the material looks like that we're gonna be using. So here's our torch material. Those are the rolls we're going to use. So we're going to get the rest of this area done right here. You can see how we kind of already have it outlined. We can get this all spudded down. Get back to you in a bit when we got it all spud. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. We're doing a rock repair on a semi-flat roof. It's about a 2 and 12 pitch roof on this roof. So it has a decent slope, but we're having some problems over here in this area right here. So basically what we did is that we spudded down the rock off the roof down to the flood coat. And that's what you do when you do this type of roof with a rock roof. Once you get the first base sheet on and then the two ply sheets, then you do a flood coat on top, and that's when you spread the rock on the roof. Now on this roof, we have some problems over this area. We have a really low area. It kind of comes back, kind of bows a little bit, and we think that's where the leak is. So we spudded that down, and now we're putting on the smooth torch down material first, and then we're going to come back with a granulated torch down on it afterwards. So we want to do about 10 to 12 feet. You can see the area we got spudded, getting that done. We're also doing a general maintenance service over the roof, cleaning out the gutters and sealing the edge of the perimeter where the edge metal is with some mastic. They're going to push the rock back on top of that and then seal all the pipe and vent flashings, and we're going to seal the chimney too as well. So I'm going to start some torch. Going to show you how we do it. It's pretty hot right now, so I'm sweating pretty bad. So if you see some sweat on me, you know I'm working hard. Okay, so let's start the torch and let's see how we do it. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so we're just getting ready to do our second layer of the torch. So now we want to come over here and get it in position to get it laid up so we can start a torch work. So let's do that. So we're going to take this piece, we're going to drop it down. On this, we want to overlap it. There's a lap line already built into the torch material, so we want to do that. We want to pull it down, and then we can start our torch process. Let's see how we do it. And we got that all laid out. We want to take one side and kind of roll it up to the halfway point. You don't want to start on one end and get it rolled up all the way, because when you kick out the roll or heat it out or roll it out, it's going to start going like this. So we always want to start in the middle and roll it up halfway and then kick it out in both directions, going like this way, fanning out. And then we know that it's going to be relatively straight. On this, we got a little slope meeting a flat area. So it might want to kick to one direction, and by offsetting it by starting in the middle of the torch roll, it's going to make it better. So let's see how we do this. You got to remember, this is extremely dangerous work. Don't try this at home. You're not going to be able to do it. Hire yourself a professional roofing contractor that can do it. Now, spreading the mastic around the perimeter of the roof and doing that general maintenance service, that's something that you can do yourself and we're gonna show you how to do that. But with a torch, don't try it at home. So we're gonna need a couple things to get the torch going. First, we need a torch, obviously. Then we need a trowel. This helps us squeeze out the tar from the torch roll. And then we need our chute, chispa, lighter, and this is what we get the torch lit up with. So let's do it. So first thing we want to do now is we want to come over to this roll and get it rolled up on one end. That looks like a good starting point. So now we want to take this, get this going. Got to make sure the gas is on so you can hear that sound. Now it's on. Turn this on. You can see the flame. It's dangerous. Don't try this at home. Okay, so that worked out pretty nice. We got the first half all done. So we're gonna get back to you in a bit when we get the other side burned in. I think you get the idea. So let's get ready and we'll get it all shot up when we get ready to have the second piece on. Get back to you in a bit. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so now that we got the first layer of torch in, we got the first layer of smooth in, now we want to come back to the bottom row because we just got the gutters cleaned out and got all the leaves out, which was a fire hazard with a torch. Got that all cleaned up. Now we got our first layer of the torch down in the repair area. Now that we got our first layer of torch down in the repair area, now we want to come back to the bottom and bleed that into the edge metal, heat that up and melt that actual piece a little bit better into the bottom edge, so we know that no water is going to be able to come back and go underneath and leak through on that. So here's how we do it. Once again, we're using the blowtorch, extremely dangerous. Always remember, hire a professional contractor to do that work for you. You don't want to try to do it yourself. Okay, so let's get that bottom bled in with the tar, and this is how we do it. Wow, that sure is hard work, and it gets awful hot. Squeezing out the tar. So you take the torch, pick it up with a trowel, then fire the torch underneath, and then melt it and squeeze it out. Worked pretty good. I would say that edge is bulletproof. So let's let that dry. Let's get our first layer of torch kicked out, and we'll get back to you in a bit when we get ready to show you something new. See you in a bit. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so we're doing this repair of a rock roof. We got our first layer of smooth modified torch down installed, and now we want to come back with a piece of granulated torch and go all the way up like that, and that should take care of this leak right here. Now we also want to do a general maintenance service of the edging of the roof. You can see the paper down here is starting to peel up and delaminate. So we want to get that sealed. So we spud it down the rock all the way around the perimeter, and we've been installing this mastic along the edge, which has been working out pretty great. Got this sealed all the way down. Got that seam all the way down, all the way over here, and we got to keep working our way around the perimeter. We've got these piles of rock everywhere, you can see, and we want to take these rock and spread it out over the bald spots, or where the black spots is, to help protect the roof from the sun, help protect the paper from the sun. So we have these little areas right here. We just want to fill that in, dress it in as best as possible. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be definitely better than what it was when we left it. Now the gutters were pretty dirty. They were filled with this debris, the seeds from the tree. You can see there's a lot of it, and it's filled up all there, but we got it all. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so now that we got the first layer of smooth installed for the torch down, now we want to come back with this granulated torch, the first layer of the granulated torch. This is probably the most important layer of the first layer that's going to be the most important. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so now that we got the first layer of smooth installed, now we gotta want to... Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so now that we got the first layer of smooth installed, now we want to come back with another layer of granulated torch down on top of the smooth, and we're going to make this roof bulletproof. And there's no way it's going to be able to leak where we did the repair. Okay, so we got the first piece all laid out, so let's see how it looks when we get it torched in. We want to roll it up to about the halfway point and then start the torch down. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so that came out pretty good. You can see how I was kind of stepping on some areas. We had a couple little air bubbles, pockets. Sometimes that happens when the slope is uneven. Air gets trapped in between, but it's okay. It's all hot under there. You just put your foot on it, step it out, and kind of push it out, and it seals and adheres to the other layer of the torch. Okay, so let's see what it looks like when we get the other layer of torch down. Okay, so once again, we want to get this rolled up. Okay, so we got that first layer all laid in. We got it all bled. As you can see what I was doing after I got that first layer torched in, I came back on the seam and heated it up with my torch and then squeezed the tar out on the sides to make that adhere and stick better to the layer of smooth. So now that's really stuck in, and that's really awesome. So we're really stoked about that being set in, and that's gonna harden. Gonna let that dry for a second, then we're gonna come back with the second piece of torch roll and get it all done. See you in a bit.